Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference Final Trivia. We are so happy that you made it through the whole day and you're here to celebrate the end of our first virtual conference this year. So we have a really fun game for you to play, and I'm going to give you a little bit of some housekeeping tips on how to get started. You have to go to crowd.live. That's the URL you go to. It can be played on a mobile or desktop device. You can play it on your iPhone, your Android, your iPad, or your desktop or laptop computer. Just go to crowd.live and put in the code. In order to play, you must accept the cookies. So you have to accept the cookies. And this is how the game works. So attendees will have 1 minute to answer each question. Each question has an assigned point value, and the top 3 winners of each round will receive a prize. We're going to have a test question at the beginning of each round, and there are 2 rounds. There will also be random winners drawn from the session attendees. So we want everyone to have a chance to play along and get a prize, even if you don't know some of the answers to the questions. And the prizes are at the bottom there for you to look at, and just go to crowd.live, enter code 811, and our game will begin in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. And we have quite a mix of questions. We have a combination of 811 knowledge, French Lick history, and Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference history. So a little bit of everything, and they're in escalating difficulty. So those are the housekeeping tips. If you have any questions further than that, please put them in the questions pane on your GoToWebinar control panel. And I think also Carly has put the URL into the chat function as well, but it's just crowd.live, very easy, and then put in 811. So we'll see you in a second, and we'll get started when the countdown clock is at 0. All right, is everyone Ready to get started? Jen Barber wants to know where her buzzer is. So we FedExed a buzzer to everyone. I hope you got them. And they're connected by Bluetooth to our system. Just kidding. Just kidding. And before I get started, I would like to know we did extensive testing with this game, and it's wonderful. We had to wait a minute in between each question because there's just a little bit of delay with the number of people that are playing, and we want to give everyone the chance to answer. That's why we have to wait a little bit longer before questions. So, okay, this is the first test question of round 1. What is the 3-digit number to call before you dig for 5 points? Okay, is it A, 311, B, 411, C, 811, or D, 911?
We hope they got this one right, even though it was a test question.
There we go. It's C, 811. Wonderful. And just so you know, we're keeping track of all of the winners through this system. It's called CrowdPerb, so we'll know who you are. Okay, so this is the first actual real question for points in round 1. Which of the following color utility matches are correct for 10 points? A, red, electric, B, green, sewer, C, yellow, oil, gas, and steam, or D, all above are correct. Okay, and the answer is D, all above are correct. It's a little question to whet your appetite. Easy one to get us started.
It's kind of one of the go-to multiple choice strategies, though. When in doubt, all of the above.
Right. Okay, so true or false, you don't need to call 811 if you are digging in an area that has been previously marked for another project for 20 points. A, true, B, false. And the answer is B, false. No piggybacking. I learned that in my first week at Indiana 811. So, okay, we're on to the next question. How many years has a Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference been in existence, including this one? And this is for 30 points. A, 10, B, 8, C, 7 for 30 points. Okay, and the correct answer is B, 8. This is our 8th year. Okay, the fourth question of the first round. What was the theme of the 2019 Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference for 40 points? A, be a damage prevention lifesaver. B, 811 saves lives. Or C, 811 to the rescue. Okay, let's see how everyone did. The answer is A, be a damage prevention lifesaver. Our whole theme last year was nautical. It was about lifesavers and beachy tropical things. A lot of fun. Our welcome reception last year was so much fun. Which day is the busiest day for Indiana and Kentucky 811 call centers? A, Friday, B, Monday, C, Sunday, D, all of the above for 50 points. Okay, correct answer is B, Monday. Okay, let's see. Next question. Once your utility lines are marked and you have permission to dig, you must use mechanized equipment outside these perimeters in Indiana. A, 24 inches, B, 20 inches, C, 18 inches, D, none of the above. Okay, and the correct answer is 24 inches. Okay. What year did the Kentucky Call Center open? For 70 points. A, 1990, B, 1982, 1987, or D, 1991. And we're going to have a scoreboard check after this question, see how everyone's doing. Okay, the correct answer is C, 1987. And we're going to do a little scoreboard check, Chris. Okay, see the current rankings. Ah, look at that. Chris, 280 points. Chris Thome. Ashley Babcock, 280. We have a three-way tie for first place. Kenny Ratcliffe, 280 points. Very nice.
Very exciting here at the end. All right.
Yeah, definitely. I used to know someone named Chuck Muller. Oh, wait, no, it disappeared. Okay, wonderful. How exciting. A lot of people playing. Okay. I'd like to know which questions they missed. The three first place winners. Okay. Gonna finish up this round.
This is a good one. This makes me miss French Lick, but so it is. This has been fun. This has been fun today, though. Even though we're not in French Lick together, it's still been fun.
We would have had the best French Lick weather ever. 68 and sunny the last 3 days. Too bad. And when we start our second round, you do have to re-enter and put in your PIN again for the second round. It's a whole new game.
All right. Ready to go live with this next question?
Yep. Sam, you ready for that next? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now this is a very good question. If you know this, you've been to French Lick a time or two. What breakfast beverage was invented in French Lick? Was it A, orange juice, B, tomato juice, C, mimosa, or D, hot chocolate? For 80 points. And the answer is B, tomato juice. A chef at Sinclair's restaurant actually ran out of orange juice and he made a substitute breakfast beverage on the fly and it was tomato juice. That's a true story. I forget what the year was. I think early 1900s, maybe 1905, something like that, I believe. Okay. So is this do we have two more questions or is this the last question of the first round?
Software. Two more.
Two more, that's what I thought. Yeah, one question and then the practice question. What company is providing the new software platform coming to Indiana and Kentucky 811 for 90 points? This is the last question of the first round, Sam says. Is it the A, Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, B, 4IQ Solutions, C, Internet Ticketing, or D, Level 3? Okay. Chris, you are doing a wonderful job as a DJ, I must say. Thank you so much. As B, 4IQ Solutions.
So this is the last. This is the last one. We don't want to forget Eric today.
Oh, I thought that she said that was the last one. Okay. One more question around one.
Yeah. All right. Looks like our answer options are up.
Okay. So, what state does Eric Swartley, who is one of the presenters today, live and work in? Is it A, Maryland, B, Indiana, C, Ohio, or D, Pennsylvania? For 100 points. Last question of the first round. The answer is D, Pennsylvania. And that is the end of round one.
See that leaderboard.
Let's look at that leaderboard. Yes. See how everyone, see if our 3 first place winners are still. Oh, look at that.
Yes. We have a 7-way tie. I think we're gonna have to have a little offline conversation and figure out how to redeploy those gift cards in a way that serves all 7 of them.
Yeah, so they got all the questions right because we had one test question. So
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have note of that. Congratulations to all 7 of you. You'll be winners.
Right. Yes, definitely. We will be in touch with you to give you your prizes. And thank you so much for playing. And now we have our second round. So you have to go back into crowd.live and put in the code again.
Your second chance to win. If you thought those were too hard, you want to have a chance to get them all right, this is your chance.
Or if you came to the game late and you want to try again.
All right, so our new code is at the bottom. MWDPTC, Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference. And we'll start the countdown clock and you'll have 3 minutes.
Yep, go to crowd.live, enter in MWDPTC and accept the cookies. And we'll have one practice question at the beginning of this round as well. All right, so before we start, I stand corrected on a couple of things. Apparently tomato juice was invented in 1917, not 1905. I must have been thinking you had another part of French Lick history. And Ben Tooley told me, question about digging parameters in Indiana said you must use mechanized equipment. You don't have to, just saying, LOL. So everyone keeping me in line here. So, okay, well, let's start off the second round with our first test question. And it is 11 questions. Okay, so there are 5 major steps to take in order to dig safely. What is the first step? A, contact 811. B, plan your project. C, mark the area you want to dig with the white paint or white flags. Or D, none of the above. For 3 points. Test question. Okay, the correct answer is B, plan your project. All right.
Start with planning. Everything starts with planning.
Yep. Everyone's warmed up then. Okay. True or false? Telephone, and cable TV utilities can be represented by a blue utility flag for 9 points. A, true, B, false.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't dance. And if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go where we want to.
All right. Okay, so that is B, false. Okay. Question 3. Which of the following is considered a private utility locate? For 20 points. There's been a lot of talk about this in our industry lately. So is it A, cable box, B, sprinkler system, C, electric dog fence, or D, both electric dog fence and sprinkler system for 14 points? Okay, the answer is D, both electric dog fence and sprinkler system. Okay, so question number 4. Who was the keynote speaker at the 2019 Midwest Damage Prevention Training Conference in French Lick? Was it A, Chief Richard Picciotto, B, David Sarkis, or C, Cliff Meidel? For 24 points. You have a minute. The answer is A, Chief Richard Picciotto. He was the chief of the New York City Police Department who cleared out two of the towers. So very moving keynote speech last year. Question number 5. Who was the keynote speaker at the first Midwestern Damage Prevention Training Conference in 2013? Was it A, Tony Stewart, B, Peyton Manning, C, Jeff Saturday? Okay, the answer is C, Jeff Saturday. And after this next question, we'll get a check on the leaderboard. In what year was the first ticket processed for Indiana 811 for 50 points? A, 1979, B, 1981, C, 1983, or D, 1986? You have 1 minute. All right, the correct answer is B, 1981. We're getting lots of compliments on the music, Chris.
I'm enjoying the 70s game show theme, and it's now meandered into Sanford and Son. It's having fun.
All right, look at this. In first place, we have Dan Schmidt. Wonderful. So we have a clear first place winner this time. Second is Dave Jensen. Third is Aaron Lambert. Hello, Aaron. Wonderful. A little more competition this time. That's great. Yes, this music reminds me of our theme for the conference 2 years ago, which was the 811 Classic. It was a retro theme to celebrate our anniversary of our call center's opening. So it was the 70s and 80s theme the whole week, if you guys remember. We had a lot of fun retro music. Which of the following is not a visual sign of a gas leak? For 60 points. A, vapor clouds. B, blowing dirt or bubbling water. C, mold, or D, frozen soil? 50 points. You have 1 minute. Okay, the correct answer is C, mold.
And actually, I want to jump in really fast on the scoring. I think we had time factored into the scores that just came up. We'll need to disregard that because everyone's kind of seeing this on a slightly different delay. So at the end, it'll be based on total number of questions answered, and we'll determine the ranking from there. So it looks like we have 3 people from the last time through who are perfect through the first time play.
Yes, Chris, that's a very good point. The way this game works is there are more points attached to how fast you answer, but because of the delay when we were testing it, we realized it wouldn't be fair. So thank you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a great question. I love this question. I am fascinated by the French Lick history. Which U.S. president announced his intention to run for president at his party's convention? I want to ad lib in there, at French Lick Resort. Was it A, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, B, Herbert Hoover, C, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or D, Harry Truman? The answer is A, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the Democratic National Convention. They used French Lick Resort as their informal party headquarters for a short period of time.
Final 3 questions.
The room they had it in was actually the big restaurant in the basement where we have breakfast at French Lick. Okay, question number 9. What is the name of the famous water that was bottled in French Lick in the early 20th century? A, Deer Creek, B, Pluto Water, C, Baden Water, or D, French Springs? The answer is B, Pluto Water. There's a lot about that when you're walking around French Lick. They have some of the old bottles in the glass cases and everything, and posters on the wall. This is another one about one of our presenters. Does Jill Gast work for Indiana or Kentucky 811? A, Kentucky 811, B, Indiana 811.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause the friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, that's no friends of mine. Say we can go where we want to. There's a way we'll never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world. Though no one far behind.
Okay, the answer is A, Kentucky 811. Okay, this is the last question, isn't it, team? Is this the last question?
Yep.
Okay. What is the name of the fund that Darby Miller manages? Is it A, the Underground Plant Fund, B, Indiana Public Service Commission, C, the Underground Plant Protection Account, or D, the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission?
Oh,
Okay. The answer for this is the Underground Plant Protection Account. I'm not sure what happened there.
why is it counting down again?
I don't know, little glitch in the system. Sorry about that.
We're getting it was such a good question. We're seeing it twice.
Yes, yes.
Well, enjoy this little extra time of the safety.
Yeah, it was.
We can dance, everything's under control. We can dance, the girl that can hold the pole. We can dance, everybody get your hands. We can dance.
Okay.
Okay, it's C, the Underground Plant Protection Account. Okay.
We're getting some feedback that people may have challenges answering question 11. Let's see though. It's very possible that maybe everyone got locked out based on how that shows up here.
Yeah, we can do some analysis and probably take that question out of our final scoring and
Yes.
just base it on everything else. Sorry about that.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Just by being here, you're eligible to win a prize because we knew that
Yes.
doing something this technological over a platform like this was a bit of a high wire act. So we wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity to win just for being here. So what we'll do is we'll go through the scores from this game and look to find the actual point scorers and award that way. And we'll put that into the email, one of the final emails that goes out. It does seem like the last couple of questions, last question caused some challenges for people. So we'll be able to see if there was a high number of people who couldn't answer it. I think we can toss that out. And
Jeremy Ransford said it was rigged.
Yeah.
No, really, we're trying the best we can. We
Yes.
tested this many times. Like Chris said, it is a challenge with so many people and everyone's internet connections and things. But we can just disregard that question then.
The most important thing is I hope you all had fun. And we'll be putting out an announcement who the winners were for the points and then also the random winners coming up in one of our upcoming communications.
Yes, and I would just like to say on behalf of my team, thank you so much for coming to the conference this year. We hope you found it very enjoyable and informative, and we hope we'll see you in person next year. I'd especially like to thank our sponsor, the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, and we couldn't have done it without you. They were our primary sponsor this year. And thank you so much for the generous grant to make this conference happen. We really appreciate it, and all of our wonderful speakers. So that's all.
See you next time.
See you next year. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yes, bye.